Hey, sister cousins, welcome to my channel. I'm Lady C, and I'm here to tell you how I feel. Like and subscribe if you're new, and run it up in the comments. Let me know you said bye. Now, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to talk about everybody, girl.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I want to talk to you real quick because, girl, why did y'all have me looking like that the other day? Like, y'all couldn't tell me that I looked a mess with my glasses all glaring all in the camera like that? Like, you can let me know, like, girl, I can't see your eyes. Like, girl, I could see your eyes, but now I can't. Your big, thick, bifocal glasses is distracting me from the mess, and I just can't focus because you're blinding me.
Upsetting me in my home, girl.
I'm not gonna have my feelings hurt because I want to see you. I want you to see me and me see you and we see each other.
I see you. We good. Okay. We good. I see you. We see each other. We see each other. We good.
Oh, girl, I need one of Angela's fans, girl, because it's hot. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but somehow Mike Hill ended up in the conversation over the weekend. Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband, Mike Hill, is now dating a new person. So it seems that Mike Hill has struck again. He and Paige Turner, I believe she's from a network, I think it's HGTV, and they apparently have been seeing each other, or it's alleged that they are seeing each other. And he wrote a very lovely birthday message for her. It reads, "Happy birthday to this beautiful soul who helped me turn the page." Girl, hold on. Girl, I told y'all I'm blind. Okay. Happy birthday to this beautiful soul who helped me turn the page literally and spiritually. Your love, your prayers, your combos, they gave me peace, clarity, and strength when I needed it most. Funny how it's your birthday, but you are the gift. Thank you for being exactly what I didn't know I needed. Love you. At Paige Turner Unlimited. Okay. So you mean to tell me that everything that you could have said to this lady for her birthday, you wanted to make it about you, right? And what she does for you and how she can benefit you, or how she has benefited you. I just don't get, like, when people tell you, or when men say, like, oh man, I finally found the one. She's amazing. She's so wonderful. And you say, well, what makes her wonderful? And then they say, well, she prays for me. She's there when I need her. She helps me out. She's my ride or die. She does everything. She does everything for me. And as I listen to them name off all of the things they love so much about the women that they love, it's all in servitude to him. And it boggles me. I'm like, so she's just not a kind-hearted person? You don't love how she tells a joke? I love how you laugh. I love your laugh. Your laugh is infectious. I love everything about you. I love the way you walk. I love the way you enter a room and you just light everybody up. I love how, like, nothing about the person, but more about what the person does for you. Girl, when I say Cynthia, we said it. We called it, girl. I mean, he was cute. But he was just cute. Just cute. And we really knew that he wasn't nothing when he walked up in there with all those women talking about, oh, these is my friends. I wonder if Miss Mamas was in that little friend group.
I guess we'll never know.
Oh, girl. That would be a hoot, okay? And I'm not trying to like sound like a killjoy or anything like that, but it just like he's a broken record. He's always saying the same thing. Oh yeah, I thought I knew what I had before, but I wasn't ready yet, or I love this way, and then he puts all this love and love bombs you, and women feel proud of like all of the things you do for him. And then you wear that on you like, yeah, I pray for him. I'm there for him. And then the moment that you are not, the moment that you start to give to yourself, let's just say you're taxed by all of what you do for that person. And now you want to turn some of that attention on yourself and give yourself some attention and yourself some love. And they will completely turn on you. You talking about turning the page, baby. You ain't seen nothing. And I just wonder, because it was a very quiet divorce between Cynthia and Mike. And I'm just curious, like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? She never really gave a lot. And I mean, you know, Cynthia Bailey, she's a classy auntie, okay? She's not going to give you too much, but I am curious, like, exactly what happened between them two. What made them part ways? But anyway, moving on. I wonder if Cynthia and Kenya made up. Like, have they talked yet? Like, I really hope that they find their way back to each other, because I just would hate to see, like, their little friendship. They seem like really, really good friends, and I just don't want them to fall out over all of this mayhem that's been going on. But since we're on Kenya, which this is why I brought Kenya up in the first place, girl, did y'all see her with this bob?
Stop playing, girl. You do know that I'm known for the bob.
Girl, I said, come on, Kenya, girl. First of all, I'm not sure if she has like an installment, but she looks so good, okay? I'm like, come on, bitch. Like, girl. I love Miss Kenya Moore's hair, honey. Girl, it is so cute. But anyway, moving on. All right. Today's episode is sponsored by you. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you, my sister cousins, and help me push out some more content so that we can get to 1,000 subscribers, girl. Okay, girl, back to the show. So which one should I talk about, girl, first? Should I talk about Angela, or should I talk about Miss Kelli Ferrel? Or is it Ferrel? Is it Kelli Ferrel or Kelli Ferrel? Anyway, decisions. So, girl, let's just talk about Kelli, okay? Kelli, hold on, because, girl, y'all know Auntie is getting... Girl. Okay. So... according to the Jasmine brand, it says RHOA newcomer Kelli Ferrel's husband slams her with cease and desist over false narrative on Bravo reality show. That's also what's happening, right? So it further reads, Chavallo, aka Mark Ferrel, the ex-husband of Kelli Ferrel, a newcomer on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, has issued a cease and desist order to Bravo Media and NBC Universal. The legal action demands an immediate halt to what he calls defamatory portrayals on the show, which have harmed his reputation and well-being. Despite a divorce decree preventing disparagement, Mark Ferrel claims that false allegations of financial misconduct and threats have been aired. He seeks public clarification, requesting media outlets retract misleading statements and rectify their coverage, aiming to restore his image and protect his family and business interests. Girl. First of all, let me tell you something. I don't know why. And I mean, listen, I'm not out here giving marital advice. I'm not out here giving life advice, okay? I'm just down here telling you how I feel, all right? And how I feel is I don't understand why people get into marriages
I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze.
Now, hear me out, okay? You get into the marriage, right? And the marriage is, quote unquote, a legal binding contract between yourself and your partner agreeing to pretty much be with each other for the rest of your lives until you die. There is no license renewal. Let's check back and maybe 5 to 10 years, do some classes, and if we don't pass the test, or if we decide, you know what, this is not what I want, we could just walk away. Nope. It just feels like a ball and chain. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. People like to tether like love and marriage in the same thing, but it's really not. It's really not. And it was never originated that way. It was never meant to be like this love thing. It was more out of duty. You know what I mean? For the rich and powerful, it was out of, duty to keep the families, good families with another good family, and then you guys keep the money going, and, your generations were going to carry on with whatever family name, right? So it was like status and things attached. For the regulars, it was for pretty much protection. You needed to be in the company of a man to have any type of social or economical standing. Like women couldn't make any decisions. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't, and I'm talking about far, far back. Like, forget voting. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't even really walk down the street and feel safe without a protection of a father or a husband, right? I mean, people like to tie religion and, get all in the things, but it's just like, girl. I mean, good for those who get in good marriages and they have a really good partner and their partner's supportive and, they just out here doing the things. And I ain't talking to you people that's doing a bid with your husband. And I'm talking to the ones that are out here really like in a solid, harmonious relationship. You feel me? I just don't see the point of marriage. Now, you can argue with me. You can talk to me about it in the comments. I don't care. You're not going to change my mind, okay? Because this is exactly it. And I'm not just saying, men love to say, oh, she's going to get my money. Girl, don't even, girl, money, girl. Okay. When you are determined, driven, you're making good money, you're out here doing all of the things on your, I'm not saying like on your own, but you're just a go-getter. And then you either get married and then you come up with a business, and I get it. You guys have shared assets and everything. You have to divide the assets. I get that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the marriage portion, it just completely makes things so murky and muddy. It just, because it's so hard to separate. And on Mad Day, I always say this: the man today may not be the man you divorce tomorrow. Just because he's a great person, you guys are best friends, that is because you guys are in a harmonious situation. But you don't know until you know how that person's going to treat you on Mad Day. Nobody does. So it's not about, oh, girl, see? And I told you. It's not about what or who you picked or you didn't pick the right person. A lot of times it is a gamble dealing with people. They will treat you good. They will, if you have children outside of the relationship, they will come in and, be a figure to that person. But on the day that they decide, you know what, I don't have to, a lot of times they won't. With their own kids, let alone when you have children who aren't theirs. When I tell you, it's just such a heartbreaking thing to see this man is literally trying to sabotage her at every turn. And then he turns around to try to go against Bravo Network. For what? Nobody told you to do all of those things in court. Nobody told you to threaten your ex-wife in front of the judge for her to then turn around and grant a restraining order. And I don't know if it's her that had to grant the restraining order or if a different judge had to grant it, but it's no one else's fault but yours. And allegedly, I don't know what's true or not, it seems that you can't keep your hands to yourself. So nobody is at fault for why you are getting any type of backlash. And it just irritates me. She's such a hardworking woman. She's trying to, get it out there for herself, for her children, and just, set a good example. And you are just so angry. You tell this woman that she's not going to be able to do anything without you, and it angers you that she's out here making it without you. And it pisses you off. And you can't stand to see we broke up, but she's still moving on without me. I wasn't what I thought I was. I wasn't the one. She is smart. She's probably the brains behind the entire business. The restaurant is named after her nana. If they can't defeat you in court, they will try little sneaky ways to defeat you or sabotage you in other ways. It's happened to so many women out there. When a man realizes that he can't control you and you are no longer under his thumb, he will find ways to control the children. He'll try to control the finances. He'll try to control any way he can. If he stops paying child support, if he plays games and semantics in court and says, because that's another thing that's happening right now. He's trying to go back to the judge to tell them that his finances have significantly changed, and now he needs a lower child support order. I think it's like $3,900 something for 3 kids. Okay. And now he wants to lower it. Are you serious? And she's still going, and she's still smiling, and she's still bubbly, and she's still just being her true, authentic self. And I just pray that she never has to deal with something like that again. We'll see how it goes. The situation with the rent could be because of the holdup with this child support with the other business that he closed down. The money that's missing, she's trying to get everything approved and everything like that so she could open this business. And it's just, it's a lot. I am well aware of the loopholes and all of the jumping through hoops and getting approved for this and the city coming in for that and the owners coming in for this and telling you got to fix this and you got to do that. It's just so much going into opening up a business, licenses, permits, all of the things you go through. It is such a long process. You could say that you want to open in December. It could be April right now. And you say, you know what? I want to open in December. And girl, it'll be April next year before you open. It's so much that goes into, and Sandy Springs is not like a chump when it comes to opening up a facility of any type. Sandy Spring is kind of like, it's kind of an area, and it is a lot of red tape that you got to go through to get your businesses open. So, and a lot of times some of them play a lot of games, especially if they either don't want you there or they know that you have a lot of money and they just want to complicate things. A lot of times that happens where it's like a game to some of them. Girl, it's so much. So anyway, moving on to now, who did we cover? Okay, so we got through Miss Kelli, girl. We got through Kenya, Cynthia. girl, Angela. Okay, so Angela, girl. Angela has gone down to, hold on, let me see. Let me make sure that I get the right information, right? We don't want to misspeak and then have to go backpedal and pussy pop. You feel me? Okay, so Angela was at 1075, but she was at a radio station the other day, and she wanted to clear the air about this rumor that's been going around that Miss Britt mentioned in last week's episode about her husband having a side baby, right? And so she went down and she just wanted to talk about it. Now, she wanted to leave some things to the show, but she really did clear a lot of things, a lot of questions that we had, right? I'm going to go ahead and play it so that you can see exactly what she says, and then we'll talk about it.
See, let's clear that up because
please.
we can clear, and more will come out in the show. When he got drugged out of Madison Square Garden, this is a man with, I'm not going to say ego, but ego.
Pride.
Who has pride. So when that happened to him, that was traumatic. I didn't recognize him anymore. And I don't even think he knew who he was anymore. We separated in that time. Yes, we separated, meaning you go do you go figure this out. And I'll be here when you need my support. But you can't keep pushing my support away because he didn't know what it was. Like, he didn't understand what was happening to him. So I gave him grace. With that being said, he got to see if this is what he wanted. And, in that time, he found his way back home. But that's what happened. But go ahead.
Okay, but he did have a son or a baby.
No.
He didn't have an outside baby.
No.
I don't want to call baby outside, but
No.
all your kids are between the two of you.
No, he has a son.
Okay, now help me out, friend.
But you see, I don't know when this coming out because I kind of wanted to play out on the show because I love that this Wendy Williams story is kind of like growing legs.
Okay.
This is something that happened in 2020 where I saw Wendy at a party, and me being a fan of Wendy is like, oh my God, Wendy, you going through it, sis. Let me tell you, it's just a baby. And Charles and Wendy have been friends 30 years. Like, they known each other. So he's been on her show. And so they had an event together, and we're coming together to cook for this event. And I'm like, Wendy, girl, stay with your husband. It's just a baby. And she was like, get away from me. And she was like, has that ever happened to you? And I'm like, yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This lady goes on her big platform and says, I pointed to my husband, who actually wasn't even around us in this conversation. And I'm like, no, Wendy, my daughter's father, my 25-year-old father, did that to me. And every time it comes up, people be like, here you go. See, this is you and your big ass. Ow, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, the family.
Like, you should have never went up to Wendy Williams and said nothing to her. That's what he's saying. Like, you don't even know her.
But you were trying to be supportive.
I was, but not to Wendy. Like, really. And that's why I slow played my way into the housewives. I'm like, I'm not going to go hard on any of these women before I know who they are.
Yeah.
All of the things she said sound legit, right?
No.
What we, the people, want to know is, did he have a break baby? Because Miss Interviewer, shout out to you. You did the good things. You did the Lord's work. You got the answers that we needed questions to. But, baby, what we did not get was a specific answer. Was there a break baby? Because she kept saying side babies. I just want to do a little math with you. I don't know if it's math, but let's just follow it, okay? So, girl, when you are in a relationship, right? Because down to the Reasonable Doubt TV show, she really broke it down for all of us, all right? And when I say she, I mean the show, all right? When you have a relationship and then you guys break up for whatever reason, y'all are broken up. Now, a marriage is a little different, perhaps, for the ones that believe in the vows and everything. So I get it. But when you break up the relationship, it is assumed that you guys are no longer together during that time that you guys are on break. Okay? So you can step away and go on dates, and maybe she can step out and go away and go on dates. And if you guys happen to bring a baby into the fold, that is a break baby. Now, a side baby is when you guys are within this monogamous relationship. You guys are together. Nobody is under the impression that you are not monogamous with each other. And so if one said partner decides to step away from said relationship and brings a baby back into the fold, that is a side baby, okay? Because he went to the side, had a situation, or she went to the side, had a situation, and then brought the side back, okay? So there's some clarifications that I just need to know. And I'm sure we the people want to know, because we smart, girl. We know that Angela is old school and she's going to answer the question you ask. But, we got other questions and we need answers, all right? And I'm just saying, okay? I guess we're going to have to wait for the episode to air, because she said that she didn't want to leave too much or put too much out there. She wants us to watch, so we gonna watch. And I really want to know, like, is somebody gonna try to feel like they have, like, how somebody feel like they got the big joker and they like, that's why, boom. And then they put the thing out there and she like, girl, girl, that's old. You late. Girl, that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to know how it's gonna play out on the show. So I still am interested. But I just wanted to talk about that, because that is an interview that she did with the radio station, and she gave us a little bit of something. So yeah, that's all of the topics that I felt like covering. I'm gonna go ahead and go, because it is late, and I'm gonna call you guys back a little later, okay? I have yet to watch the episode because I have Peacock, so I get my episode, I think, the next day. I don't know what time, because I'm not used to the app yet, but girl, I get it on Monday, so hopefully I get to watch it, and we'll talk about it later. But I'm gonna go ahead and call you guys back. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're really about that life, and leave me some comments, girl, but be nice, because I'm nice to you, and we family, right?
Oh, fuck the family.
Okay, girl. I'm gonna call y'all guys. I'm gonna call y'all back. Bye.